Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some interesting news when it comes to Target PlayStation 5 walk-ins and available stock. I want to go talk about that because typically after every Target restock, we actually do see this pop up a lot more than we expect on wild PlayStation 5s just floating around in stores. You also are able to go and buy it. I want to talk about that, as well as also hearing some more rumors when it comes to Walmart and more Walmart walk-in restocks as well. And we'll do a little quick touch on too for all the previous restocks, but I feel like we've talked about that a lot all throughout this weekend already, but I can do a little baby bit and touch on in there as well. And also, hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic Sunday. I'm ready to get some pizza, do some comfy games up on Twitch later on, and relax and do nothing. So if you guys are all in the same boat as well. So I'll probably have a few more videos on the channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As mentioned, we actually had our PS5 giveaway and before. I do want to set one up again in the near future. I may maybe want to even announce one later on throughout tonight, but I do have to actually go procure one in the first place as well. So be on the lookout through all of that. We also do have a sponsor though that's in the works that also, if we could finalize that, we may just go put that towards the actual sponsor itself. So be on the lookout for that tonight. As well, we always have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitch and Twitter if you guys like to follow and hang out on either or. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100 with the link down below. You guys go get free stock and free money. Just instantly go and sell everything. And of course, Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Like the video and give your thoughts down below as well. Let's go dive on into it. So, as I mentioned, today's video is going to be more so on the Target walk-in potentials and stock potentials. I do want to go and remind you guys that whenever a Target restock happens, we have seen for probably the past like month and a half, 2 months or so, usually whenever stock is not picked up, whether it's from a canceled order, so basically someone just got unlucky and their order got canceled, but they also maybe thought it was actually supposed to be there, like the Target store itself, so they may have leftover stock. Sometimes credit cards, debit cards are basically on that weird holding thing. I'm sure you guys know if it's like, hey, you have a random unauthorized purchase, check your email, check your text, and then basically they just never check it, or basically they just assume the stock never went through because it's like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, next day, whatever it is. So they assume the consoles didn't go, but technically Target put that console on hold. And as well, sometimes people just forget to, they don't have the money to go do it, they die. I mean, like there's always like the huge wide variety of potential reasons why someone will not pick up their console. I think the one major thing too is sometimes people that already actually did get their order. So imagine someone who's spamming on like 3 different accounts and they basically got like maybe using the same email, and then they accidentally go buy and like say buy 2 because they got lucky, but they only realized they only ever bought 1. Kind of like there's always like those weird situations that do happen. Or like I said, sometimes there's people just don't pick up their console, or maybe they bought it from different stores. There's so many reasons. So usually whenever these Target drops end, Target can only hold on to the stock for quite some time. So I actually have been seeing some more people out in the wild, both the Target employees and also normal folks, saying that we've actually gotten stock from stores and they're able to go pick them on up. Now, a quick reminder before you guys run to Target. Number one, this is very rare if it does happen, but I always like to report on it just so people can know about it or know that it happens, etc. But also number two, typically people want to get a PlayStation 5, and a lot of you guys are very, very crazy over it. Usually you'll go double check or triple check, and I also even reminded people yesterday to go double check as well. But from confirmations from employees, one of the contacts we actually had from Target stores did go and say they had 1 additional console that still has never been picked on up, and they will be able to go start releasing that. I think they said it was 3 days after the Target drop itself. Typically 7 days is what they usually like to push for, but it depends on the store, depends on how it was bought, depends on if they think there's going to be actually people picking that up, stuff like that. So even thus off alone from our Target contacts, we do have a confirmation that there is leftover stock available. And as well, we also have seen more people out in the wild, both in past instances and current instances, go and sometimes walk in their Target store and get stock. It's kind of like how I talked about earlier on today. If you guys, we actually showcased up someone in the community who literally was just nice and polite to their MEIJERS like employee, and then sometimes there's stock in the back. So it's kind of like one of those really rare instances, but we are seeing them floating on up, and we are seeing people going and confirm them too as well. So I want to remind you guys that it's worth checking, worth asking, be on top of that or whatever. We actually did also, this is kind of like to prove my point over here in case you guys are curious. We also had a Reddit post over here from Ecoa, who basically actually did have a chance to go and get a PS5 from the same format we're talking about, although this was a little bit ago as well. Just kind of more so showing that it is possible to go get your consoles. This is from when you actually Target drop they picked on up to as well. And they also even had a statement too when it comes to this. Over this, like I've said, we've seen this many different times too. I'm just showing other proofs. You guys know it's not just me. I've stopped PS5 hunting for the last 3+5 months. after getting 2 of my friends a PS5 each until last week when a friend and cousin asked me to get them one. Well, today I walked into Target checking on Pokemon cards for my collection. There it was, 2 PS5 sitting there. I don't profit or anything like that, just profiting the enjoyment of the expression on their faces. And that was like this picture I showed you guys. So I just want to remind you guys that this does float around, although unlikely, and because it kind of depends on the store if you guys want to go ask around and see. But the main rule for this is for Target, whenever they have stock that's allocated towards the drop, from what I've been told from employees themselves that work at Target, like their policies or whatever, they are able to go and sell these consoles. So if they're available to put them on the shelves, which of course is unlikely. I mean, it does kind of happen on occasion. We have also had other people confirm this throughout the past like 2 months or so. It does float on up. And as well, also sometimes they'll just be in the back. And if you guys are very nice or have a very nice, polite employee, they might be able to go hook you on up. But a quick reminder, don't forget that these are very sought after. A lot of stores are probably sold out, and it's kind of more of a rare occurrence if it does happen. But after every one of these drops for the next few days or so, we do see these kind of weird walk-in slash sprinkle on in slash employees hooking people up floating around. So if you guys are casually going to Target, maybe be nice and polite to Target employees. The likelihood of it is low, but we have been seeing people getting it. Like I even said, I talked to an employee and they actually had leftover stock that they were able to go and sell. Now, 1 console's not a lot, don't get me wrong, but maybe there's a store out there with like 2, maybe 3, maybe you're just lucky, or maybe as these more so good thing to note is maybe like 2 months from now when more and more people get stock, it might be worthwhile to go and check afterwards as well. So it's always nice to be on the lookout for that. And I do also want to give you guys the quick reminder too, don't be mean to employees, be polite, be respectful. That's probably the best way to get information or see if you can get on in or if they can kind of work it on in for you guys. Like I said, it does happen very, very rarely, but I just want to keep you guys on the reminder side that it does happen on occasion. As well, I want to give you guys some more updates too for other stuff. When it comes to Walmart, I know this is not the craziest walk-in news because we actually had a lot of PlayStation 5 walk-in news like a month ago or so, and then everything kind of fizzled on out. We saw a few like little bits and pieces of stock arrivals, but we didn't really see that much else. And then we're also more so waiting just for these weird Walmart restocks. I'm sure you guys all know Walmart's been very, very strange and weird when it comes to all of their restocks. Like sometimes they were doing the upgrades and they weren't even shipping out all the, like, it's just weird. Like you guys know it's weird. But we actually have been seeing more reports of Xbox Series S consoles making their way to the shelves on Walmart. I know it's not the most crazy news out there, but we had a lot of rumors that the Xbox Series X's going to start being showcased up on Walmart in Walmart stores in the near future as well. So just always a quick reminder for all of you guys, we have been on the lookout for those, and it usually is a nice sign whenever you see a lot more Xbox Series X's in stores, because the longer they're like actively on shelves, or if they do well, there's no commotion, that usually always segues into more Xbox Series X's, which is like the next expected progression. We saw the same thing too as well with GameStop, etc. And then hopefully we'll start getting some more PlayStation 5s in stores as well. So like I said for this video, make sure you guys are on the lookout for Target. You guys can maybe see if you're lucky throughout the next few days or so if any Target stocks actually does go and showing up in stores. And we have seen multiple confirmations and employee confirmations that there might be a small chance to pick up stock. Like I said, don't be rushing out to it. Don't be wasting like too much time, whatever. I just want to let you guys know, just in case you guys maybe even think for next drop or the next drop or 3 drops from now. Hopefully you guys will have your consoles by then, but just so you guys all know. As well, last little bit of reminder news, we did go and talk about the actual military raffles. So if any of you guys are military, keep on checking that. I think they had those up until July 16th, I think it was. So I'll keep on making sure I mention that throughout the next like little bit of time. But basically that was just if you guys go to your local military place, like military supply store, depot, or on base like Navy base, you actually have a chance to go have a chance to buy you have a chance to get a chance to go buy the consoles. Funny enough, for the PlayStation 5 and Xboxes, we've been seeing those floating around a lot more, and as well just normal walk-ins have been floating around for military bases. And on top of that too, we keep on seeing like little small trickle on ins for MEIJERS walk-ins, so it's very nice to go and see all this stuff. So we have a lot of little list of places we're on the lookout for when it comes to stock and stock availability. MEIJERS for sure. I know a lot of you guys have actually been asking employees in your local stores, finding information, getting stock out and stuff. So major thumbs up to you guys. Some people are hearing good news. Some people are literally just getting consoles, which is probably the best news you can hear. And some people are like, yeah, we haven't seen too much stock floating around. So it does vary on your store. It's always maybe worth checking a few different ones to see if you find a cool employee. Same thing like with the Target itself. I think funny enough, a lot of these walk-ins do kind of come down to if an employee's cool, they're vibey, they're nice folks, and then it's kind of a little easier because, well, they'll hook you up, like if they're cool. And then some people are like, nah, my boss said this, you can't do that. And then it's kind of awkward. So you guys know it is probably worth casually checking, very casually. Don't do it hardcore, but at least we have been seeing them popping on up, and we've been seeing them pop up throughout the past few months, especially for Target. So I appreciate you guys all so much watching. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic lazy Sunday. Can't wait to make some really good videos for you guys tomorrow. You can kind of get back on the restock grind. I love you guys all so much, and I appreciate you guys all so much for chilling. As always, make sure you guys follow the Twitter and Twitch room down below. Amazon links as well for the PS5 disc, digital console controller. We also do, of course, always have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Go on, biz, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. And of course, make sure you guys are subscribed to the notifications on, and we will have some more PS5 stuff going on for you guys in the future. Love you guys.